How's it going, everybody? Chris Cards back through the mail. Monday, 5 returns for you today. Let's bust out our very first one from Santa Ana, California. Hope everyone out there had a wonderful weekend, as always. And we've got Chris Donalds. Chris Donalds, former first-round draft pick back in 1987 of the New York Mets. 24th pick overall. Pride of Loyola. All signed very nicely there. 67th pick in the expansion draft, going to the Marlins back in 1992. He was an infielder. Didn't hit much. 8 years in the bigs, kind of bounced around a bit. Played in Japan for about 3 or 4 years. Did pretty good in Japan. Got another chance over in, L.A. Did pretty good in L.A. as well. Backed up Ken Caminetti in Houston there for a while as well. Named in the 2007 Mitchell report, so no surprise playing in Houston and backing up Caminetti. That happened. There you guys go. Chris Donalds, great return, great signer. Let's move on to our second return of the day. All right, gang, Las Vegas, our second return here. Let's see who we got. We've got a thanks from me to Kurt Ford. Kurt Ford signed my 89 upper deck for the set, as well as the 87 tops for the set. These cards cost me $10 a piece through Past Pros. $12, I think I rounded up to because of the fees and whatnot. So $12 a piece to get Kurt Ford, a fairly mediocre player who played 5 years in the bigs, 4 with the Cards, 2 with the Phils. Light hitting outfielder / pinch hitter for the Cardinals and Phillies. I already mentioned that. I mentioned it again because I don't have much to say about this guy. 7 home runs, 245 career average. It is what it is. Kurt Ford now charging you for his autograph, charging you for his time, and why not? You know what? My time's not free, neither is yours, so I guess I could see why some would charge for their time, because you can't buy any more time. I mean, you got a finite amount of time, and for those that aren't familiar with Pass Pros, PassPros.com, you can go there, search for Kurt Ford, put his autograph in your cart, quantity of 2 if you got 2 cards like I did, and then pay them, and then go to your email, print off the invoice, put it in the envelope along with the cards and a little thank you note, and that's it's pretty simple, pretty easy to do, and there you guys go. Let's move on to our next return. All right, gang, San Bernardino, California, our next return. Strap in. Let's see who we got here. Bright pink index card. Jim Merritt right there on a 1966 Topps rookie card. Nice bright fluorescent pink index card. Also signed as well as the 74 Topps for the set. Nice big strapping lefty reliever here. Played 4 years with the Twins, 4 years with the Reds, and 3 years with Texas in his 11-year career. 1970 All-Star. Pretty good little pitcher. Used to throw some of those Gaylord Perry fastballs. Said that once and got fined for it, so you should not admit to throwing Gaylord fastballs back in the day. Check out that stamp. I had a cow stamp sending out to him and coming back. Did you guys see that stamp that was on that envelope I just ripped open? That was an awesome stamp. I can't find these barnyard animal stamps anymore, but there you guys go. Jim Merritt, awesome return from him. And let's move on, guys. Return number 4. Let's do it. All right, Charlotte, North Carolina, our 4th return of the dia. Let's see who we've got here. Sandwiched in between 2 index cards, which is exactly how I like to see them. And we've got sweet music. We got Frank Viola, K-Man, on a scorecard. 90 Topps, signed beautifully. 90 upper deck, 87 Topps, 92 Donruss. Boom. Awesome return there from Frank Viola. Don't I get him every year? Yes, guys. He's on at least one Through the Mail Monday video every year. I've done this for sure. He's $5 a card. I think I actually sent him $20 in 5 cards, and I think he signed them all anyway, which was pretty sweet. Very nice of Mr. Viola, so $4 a card if you want to be exact about it. Awesome player. World Series champion, 1987. MVP of that World Series, 3-time All-Star. Cy Young Award winner in 88. Good little player, $5 a card. Not pretty good deal. Love getting them signed by Frank Viola. And that's awesome, guys. Let's move on to our 5th and final return of the day. All right, gang. Mid-Island, New York for our 5th and final return of the day. Let's see who we have in here. Hope everyone enjoyed this week's Through the Mail Monday. Hit that like button real quick if you don't mind. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. Do this every week. And we've got Keith Hernandez. We got Max here. Howard Weinstein's favorite player. One of my favorite players growing up as a kid. Look at that. He signed up top there. Inscribed both cards as I asked him to, but I'm not sure why he signed at the very top like that. Would rather have them down below, even though Blue on blue, probably not the best. I guess that's what he was thinking. But Keith Hernandez signs through Pass Pros, $25 a card, not too bad. I think I paid extra for the inscription. In fact, of course, I paid extra for the inscription. Came out to about $40 a card for me with fees and all that stuff. So, well worth it, of course. One of my favorite players growing up as a kid, 1986 World Series champion with the Mets. Had him inscribe the All-Star, 5-time All-Star on his All-Star card. Thought that made sense. And I had 86 World Series inscription on his regular 87 base card because I've been having most of the 86 Mets sign the 87 Topps card with the 86 World Series inscription. Very happy to get these back. 296 career hitter, 11 straight Gold Glove awards, 5-time All-Star. Like I said, 82 and 86 World Series champion. 79 batting title, 17-year career. Probably has a pretty good shot at the Hall of Fame one of these days. We'll see. We'll see. But very happy to get Keith Hernandez back. As you see, I only sent 2. I'm not going to send like the 4 or 5 cards I need him to sign in a plain white envelope and expect to get that back. So there's a little risk involved with paying for that, paying that much for cards and getting just a regular old self-addressed stamped envelope back. But that's what I did. I only did 2 cards. I still need them on 89 Upper Deck and 84 Topps as well. So taking it slowly with Keith Hernandez, I will send him another card. Get well, Keith. Keith tripped on the curb the other day in Manhattan and tore his shoulder apart, and he's out for the rest of the season. Just got done watching the Mets beating the stuffing out of the Oakland A's. Yeah, it's pretty late in the evening here on Sunday, but you know, you can pause the game on your phone, MLB.TV app, and basically just keep playing it and shutting it off and throughout the day when you have time to watch it, which is what I usually do. So even though it was a 1 o'clock start, I didn't get done watching it till about 8:30 in the evening. So that was pretty fun to watch the Mets beat up on somebody. Wish they would have won yesterday with DeGrom going, but you know, can't win them all, I guess. Braves won tonight, of course, the Phillies, even though they were playing some Manfred ball in the extra innings there, and they still couldn't beat them. So thanks, Filthies, for nothing. And that is it for this week's Through the Mail Monday. Hope everyone enjoyed it. I was planning on going down to those Oakland A games because they were pretty close, but I was planning on going to the Braves-Mets game next Saturday because I haven't won anything since 3rd grade jelly bean counting contest where I had to guess how many jelly beans were in Mrs. Saltero's jar on her desk, and I got the closest and won the jelly beans. But we won a trip. My wife and I won a trip, all expense paid vacation to the Dominican Republic, Cap Cana. So we were super excited. One of those all-inclusive resorts, the Hyatt Zilara, to be exact, what it was. And we were leaving on Saturday, and we were going to get to Atlanta at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And, you know, Mets Braves at 7 o'clock that night. I'm like, this is the greatest vacation of all time. You know, during our layover, we're going to they're going to put us up at a nice hotel overnight because our flight from Atlanta to Cap Cana would leave Sunday afternoon. We get there at 3 o'clock Sunday. So Saturday we have a bunch of time to kill because it's a layover. And lo and behold, the Mets are playing the Braves, you know, final weekend of the series or final weekend of the season, basically. And a very important game. So I was very excited to do that. And as you could maybe guess, the old hurricane ran right through our resort and tore it apart. So that's no longer happening. So they've delayed the trip until February probably. And we won it through our vendor, through work, our business. These people, you know, we buy wares from vendors. Performance Food Groups, for those who know, is PFG or Aroma. And yeah, they have a contest, and we won. We didn't even know we were in the running for it, and we won it. So we were really excited, my wife and I, to go on this vacation, and so excited to hear our layover was in Atlanta. We had, I think, Charlotte or Atlanta, and Charlotte was a red eye overnight on Saturday, and we're coming from Oregon, so we're talking a ton of travel here, 6-hour flight, or we leave a day, you know, instead of leaving Saturday night / Sunday morning in the red eye, we can leave Saturday morning and spend the night at Atlanta. And we're like, oh, we're going to, you know, break up the traveling in 2 days. That was great. Plus see a Met game. So we'll probably be tired, but man, it was the Mets and Braves. I'd get to go to a new stadium, and this didn't happen. Real bummer. I guess if I knew that trip was going to get canceled, I probably would have traveled south to see the Oakland series, but whatever. Watched it on TV. It was fun. 2-3. Mets are still, a game and a half up on the Braves. So anyway, that's my story. And what else do I got going on? That's it. Check those cards out, guys. Viola, Hernandez for the set. Kurt Ford for the set. Jim Merritt for the set. You'll notice a lot of my newer send-offs and returns will include 87, 89, and 74 tops. So I'm actually looking, and I know there's a huge chasm in my TTM collection. There's a huge chasm in years, and I really need to focus more on some 2000 players and late 90s players who I've pretty much ignored fairly. I wasn't collecting cards then. I was in school, and I was a busy guy. And they were really expensive, and I didn't have any money, so wasn't spending money on cards back then. And I was, of course, following it, still watching every Met game I could, but was not collecting. So this is, of course, the 80s and 90s is more my more of my nostalgia era of collecting. And of course, I've got tens of thousands of these cards lying around, so I've definitely got lots of lots of ammo to send off to these guys from all these cards I had as a kid. Like all these Frank Viola cards you see that I got signed, I collected all these back in 90, 91. I mean, that 1990 Topps card you see on the screen, I probably went to Cobb's in Hampton, New Jersey, and bought that out of a pack and pulled that myself and then put it in my Mets binder with all my Mets cards, all alphabetically sorted by name. Had my Frank Viola section, had Chris Donalds, had all the players, every player that ever played for the Mets. I had just pages and pages of them. So I've been going through those pages and just ripping them out and sending them off. So pretty weird. I mean, what else can you do with these cards? They're not worth anything. It's fun going through these binders, but it's like, what's the end goal here? I can't keep everything. So sending this stuff off and getting it signed, pretty satisfying. And that's it, guys. I don't know what else to talk about. I'm just rambling now. So I'll let you guys go. Hope everyone else has a great week. And no trip for Chris this weekend, so bummer. But I'll go see my parents and go see Clerks 3 tomorrow. They do the Kevin Smith movies. They do the where they go to the theater and they do the Q&A and they show it and they're there, and it's, I don't know what they call it, but they did it with I think they did it with James Silent Bob Strike Back. So I think they're doing Clerks 3 tomorrow, or tomorrow, Tuesday night at the Elsinore Theater in Salem. So I'm gonna go with my buddy Russell to that, and always liked the Clerks movie, and that's a classic back in the day. Yeah, we're gonna do that tomorrow, Tuesday. So I wasn't gonna do that because of the trip. We had lots of stuff to get ready for the trip, and we don't want to screw around and do a bunch of stuff. But well, my schedule has opened up, so go see my parents this week sometime, and of course, check out that Kevin Smith movie tomorrow and see what that's like. That should be pretty cool. Maybe get a meet and greet and get something autographed. That'd be kind of fun. And that's it, gang. That's what's going on in the world of Chris cards. Hope everyone out there is enjoying whatever you guys enjoy. I don't know. I got too many hobbies. There's too much stuff I like to do, and thank God I've got some time on my hands. So there you guys go. Through the Mail Monday, number 193, put in the books. Hope everyone out there has a great week. Let's go Mets.